fact the 32 about? The number 32 stands for the lave, the heart. And what exactly is the center of the heart? The heart is to be magnanimous, to love people. And you have to love your fellow like you love yourself. And that seems to be very, very difficult. How can you love somebody like you love yourself? We're wrapped up in ourselves. We are ourselves. How can I can't eat for you. I can't think for you. I can't do things for you. I can only do things to save myself. And in the process, try to help you. But I'm not you. How can I love you like I love myself? And this is a problem. How can you do that? And the Torah says, "V'ahavta l'reacha kamochi," you should love your fellow like yourself. And it means literally like yourself. And so there's all kinds of questions. So most interpreters have it. You should love people like yourself. You should do things for other people like the things you would like to have done for yourself. Just like you want people to be mindful of your honor and your money and your time and your person and your dignity, be mindful of theirs as well. That's called loving your fellow like yourself. It's loving the other person in a similar way, showing the person love and caring, just like you would care for yourself or want people to care for you. There's a higher thought process in here that we're supposed to learn to get along with each other, and each person has to do what they can do themselves, but the things that they can't do for themselves, those are the things that we have to try to do for others when they can't do them for themselves. Just as when I reach a place and a point where I can't do it for myself or do certain things for myself, I need help. So I should do the same for others and try to find the things that they, like for example, a person is in a state of mourning. And when you're in a state of mourning, you can't take care of yourself, you can't deal with the kitchen, you got to worry about all kinds of other things. And so people in the community send them food gifts, food baskets, so that they don't have to worry about cooking. Then they take care of other things, and maybe if they've got a business, they take care of the business for them because they can't do it themselves. That's another approach. But it's still treating others as you'd like to treat yourself. I think, though, that Maimonides has a much deeper approach into this process. And that is, we have to become like the Creator in our personal life. We try to emulate the Creator because the Creator shows kindness to us. Therefore, we have to emulate the same thing that the Creator emulates with others. And so, the purpose of Ahavas Yisrael, loving your fellow like yourself, is really to become godlike. Not that you're a god, but to do things the way God does them. Just as God cares for you, you should care for someone else with the same unlimited and non-just judgmental way. After all, God gives us our souls back. He gives us a livelihood. He gives us all the wonderful things that we have without judgment. Because if God were to truly judge us the way we are, maybe we're not deserving of those things. And so we have to be as kind to the other person as God is kind to ourselves. And that is sort of like a higher level to see things from that perspective. But Chassidus goes one step further. Chassidus says as follows. Chassidus says that we are really one soul. And because we are really one soul in different bodies, we have to learn to love the soul, love the spirit. And since we are kindred spirits, not only kindred spirits, but really the same soul, then you can actually love the other person just like yourself, because the other person is an extension of yourself. And the process is, can you do that? How can you feel a unity with someone whom you're a stranger to? He's not you. He's a foreign body. How can you love and have that same kind? So he answers you as follows. When your body makes a whole lot of sense to you, when your body is so important to you that's what counts, how you look and how much money you have and how comfortable you are and all the physical things that you need, when that means everything to you, you really can't love your fellow like yourself. Now, that doesn't mean those things aren't important, but when those things are the things that you really care about, then you can't love another person like yourself, because the body blocks it out. The only reason why you like somebody is because that person is pleasing to you. And so the only way to reach Ahavas Yisrael is to dismiss those things that are physical, to look at them with disdain, and to focus on spiritual matters, that those are the things that really matter to you. Now here, once you get to that level where the spirit means something to you, now all of a sudden you're capable of reaching true love of your fellow Jew, because you're looking for the spiritual. Now, the first step is this way. Spiritually, somebody like me with a beard, with middle payas, maybe studied a little bit of Torah once in a while and went to yeshiva, but would look down on somebody who's not as good. So first of all, when it comes to matters of the soul, who knows who's really higher? There could be someone who looks so simple and isn't as learned, isn't as outwardly pious, but really has a much deeper, a much more sensitive and beautiful soul to God. Who knows the depth of what lies in somebody else's heart? And since the most important thing is the soul, well, maybe this person is much greater than yourself. So that's the first level in the relationship between one person and another person. This is called spatial. In dealing with the other person, first of all, you have to evaluate yourself in comparison to the person. And how can you evaluate yourself relative to the other